What's up? What's up? What's up? OTR Outlaw in the house. Rudy in the house. Man Mountain Metals in the house. Josh's Trucking Adventures in the house. Sean the Baptist. I like that. Josh got your 34-hour break in too. Missouri, Decatur, Illinois. Truckload Web, what's up? Kyle, what's up? Oh, is everybody on that 34-hour breaks? William, what's up? Truckload newbie on the 30. Oh, I read that already. Just started yours. Mike Martin, what's going on? Trucking is trucking, man. Trucking is trucking. SFTD in the house. 34 in Fairburn, Georgia. Okay. Charles, what's up? What's up? Where y'all tuning in from? Rocky Mountain. Yeah, I went ahead and got a hotel, guys. I wasn't going to sleep in a hot truck. I'm sorry. Oh, Charles is at home. Nice. Ain't no better place. Valley has a show truck. Cabover build is coming along pretty good. Steve's been on the road, so he hasn't really had too much time to work on it. That man has been busy, but good busy, though. Indy from Texas. What part of Texas? Central Pennsylvania. 100,000 miles on a show truck? Just a working show truck? Oh, is it going to be hot? Simmerton. Oh, okay. I'm in Mont Bellevue. I'm not Mont Bellevue. Mont Eagle, Tennessee. I'm right here at the hotel across the street from the pilot up on the top of the hill. Edgewood, Maryland. Get away from team driving. Is it that bad? Oh, Brownsville. Okay, I know exactly where that's at. Put our race trailer. Okay, recruiting oxen trailer. Gotcha. Okay. I'll be close there in the morning, going to Cleveland. Okay. Yeah, I'll be out here all day tomorrow too. Probably not at the hotel, but I'll be leaving out probably at about 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Lindale, Texas, in the house. Nissan plant. Where is that? Is that a Nissan? Where's Nissan at? Is that Illinois or Indiana? Not too far from me. Okay. I bought a new GoPro you're not too happy with, overheating so much annoying, especially when it's nice and chill in the cab. Yeah, the GoPros overheat. Usually when the sun is directly on it, it's like right on top of it. They do overheat pretty quick. Usually with my GoPro, I have that defrost going. Oh, okay, Nashville. I usually have that defrost. Like it's got to be almost like dang near like freezing in the truck. And also what helps, the little battery cover, take that battery cover off so it can get some ventilation going inside. The battery won't fall out. So to take the battery cover off, that'll help it. West Tennessee, Brownsville. Okay. Yeah, but GoPros, they can be annoying. I'll tell you that. Still doing everything on your phone. That's how the big guys do it. Your Tim Gentrys, your Just Truckins, your Bruce Wilsons, they use their phones. I'm just an overachiever, so I have all the GoPros. And the Insta360, JLR3 talked me into the Insta360, and it's been a pretty good camera so far. I'm still learning how to use it. The load board has been okay. It's been pretty consistent. Phone is easier in a sense. Yeah, a heck of a lot easier, because then it saves you time on having to download all the footage from the GoPro into your phone. Regal, what's going on? How's Atlanta or Georgia, Atlanta area treating you? Never had issues when I race using GoPro mainly because it was outside, constant wind. Yeah, that's why. Tim in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up? Supposed to go out on Sunday, and boss man said no, Lord. On Saturday, I can't have things to do. I mentioned days ago, so he's mad at me. Ooh. Love the changes you made to the classic XL from Forestay. Thank you, James. Yeah, more changes coming soon. More changes coming soon. Actually, y'all go check out OTR Outlaw. OTR Outlaw, post a link to your channel on here. I might have to make a trip up to Missouri. He's got a Freightliner Classic as well, and he said that he'll help me put some things together on it. In the 90s all week? Ugh, that is hot. That's hot for Georgia because that sun's gonna be right on top of you. OTR Bandit, what's going on? Do they make them for $389? Yes, they do. Uh-huh. Yep. You either take a trip up there, and then I do have my little promo code you can use. What is it? Grind10. But they do have that for so that bumper that I have is a universal bumper. That is a universal bumper. So it took a few little modifications to get it on there, but the shop did a really good job. Matter of fact, here at OTR Bandit, let me go ahead and get you as a moderator. Boom. Bosselman and Nebraska sells roadwork stuff. Oh, my buddy Karan was just telling me about that place earlier. Thank you. Is it NAS Trucking or is it NAS Trucking? Carol popping in. Let's see. My Little Pony was good. Things are doing good. Doing pretty good. Great. Now I gotta listen to Nas. Any updates on the white FLD? I'm actually meeting with them Thursday. Rudy in the house. Yeah, she's still a work in progress. But yeah, OTR Outlaw. See if you can post a link to your channel here. So guys, so actually this OTR Outlaw doesn't live too far from the four-state deal. That's from four-state out there in Joplin. So you should be able to post your link on here to your channel since you're a moderator. Yeah, no problem. Broke down. Dang it, Rudy. Golly. Got Brad in the house, bearded diesel guy. We haven't had Carol alive in a long time. Actually, Carol, I had somebody reach out to me recently asking me how to get to your store. Thank you, William. AC compressor went out. Oh man, dang. So you like broke down, or was it just like hot? But yeah, guys, I went ahead and got a hotel. I wasn't sleeping in a hot truck this weekend. I'm sorry. Carol's been busy with all the storms. Yes, I went ahead and got a hotel for the weekend. There was a hotel across the street, a red roof in. I said, screw it. I used my little Landstar discount, my LCAP discount. If you're a Landstar driver, you know. And I came right on in. Am I going to Old Town Rigdown? Probably not, because the following weekend, I think, is the Joplin show. So probably not. 927 JEL. What's up? What's up? Oh, you got your hotel, Rudy? Nice. Homeboy be taking care of you. We have 2 employees down for the past 3 weeks. Yikes. The fine is to the hotels. Yeah, it was either red roof in or the hot truck. So, yeah. My buddy who's on the valley, so I can use his truck. Restriction off. Okay. Still waiting for my lease so I can move to Texas. Still waiting for my lease so I can move to. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because in Texas, you can just drive around the block and they'll take the restriction off. Some states you got to take your whole CDL test all over again. Get a green APU. Y'all will see, and I actually just finished editing that video. You'll see on Monday's video. I actually met with them. I went to the mothership up there in, was it Lamont, Illinois? I went up there and met with them. All right, Carol, be safe going home. Arizona is 4K, and I have to do oh man. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But yeah, I met with Green APU. I did meet with him. So we're trying to see what we can work out. I need to get an APU on that truck. How many of you have a green APU or have thought about getting a green APU? Yeah, now I understand why. 'Cause on a test, actually, remember, Josh, you can't float gears. You got a double clutch. I am just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee, in Mont Eagle, across the street from the pilot in Mont Eagle. Ship a generation for your AC. Been running that thing for 3 summers, and it's working great. Okay. Yes, I met with them this past week. Brad over there, super cool guy. I met with one of the CEOs over there and everything. So we're trying to see what we can work out. And also, guys, Friday, this coming Friday, August 1st, it's all situated. I went ahead and took on the offer, and I will be once a month. Y'all know Road Dog from Sirius XM Radio. We've been in communication, and once a month, I'm going to be on his radio show on Sirius XM. I don't know what he's going to call the little segment, but I'll be only on there for like 10 to 15 minutes. But one time a month, I'll be on Sirius XM Radio. And the first episode will air live Friday, August 1st. So if you have Sirius XM, I need to see what the channel is. I think it's like channel 146, something like that. I need to get all the information. But yeah, so I'll be on radio once a month with Road Dog, Sirius XM. So we got everything situated, finalized. So that is what we got new going on. Self-made in the house. Zero Breeze Mark III. I've heard about those things too. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, thank you. I believe you have a 14-liter Detroit. I have experience with a 12.7. So my FLD that's getting painted in Laredo, that one's got a 12.7. So the FLD is a 12.7. The Classic is a 14-liter. And then the Cabover is a what is that? 400 big block, not big block, big cam comments. Is that the thing that couple we don't speak of use? I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that trucking couple trying to get me in trouble. Finally got the cash for my truck. Going to do school because it's been 9 years. So I figured probably some changes out there now. Nice. Where are you taking your truck? And what kind of truck you get? All right, SFTD, be safe out there. Actually, OTR Outlaw, I just watched your video. That was good. That actually gave me some ideas for my videos. Maybe Sears will pick you up full time. Maybe. Are you there getting the air leak fixed on the Classic? No, unfortunately not. So I'm going to be babying the truck home to have my mechanic work on it. But yeah, OTR Outlaw, you gave me some ideas. I did like that video. Truck sounds amazing. So, but I want to, once I get the truck straight piped, I want to get some ASMR going. I know this is off topic. So I like Landstar, been tanking since '06, but wanting a change, have a Coronado. Now with that glider, are you able to hook up an ELD? Truckers Paradise is a nice place. Did you go by and visit, or are you referencing the video? I thought you got it fixed. No, so they fixed, there was a little air leak on the uh, shifter valve itself, but it's something internal going on. Cause so right when I got out of there, it would work sometimes, and then all of a sudden it stopped working altogether. So I talked to my mechanic down in Texas, and he's thinking that it's probably some of the gaskets that's internal to the transmission. So yeah, the initial problem, well, not the initial problem, like the problem right there in front of us was fixed because it was missing a gasket. So they fixed that problem. They made the gasket for it. They got that situated. But it's still an internal air leak going on. Would prefer pre-emissions, but being in AZ, you might need to do a coffee consistent upload to get home regular. Yeah. As much as I hate those emissions trucks, yeah, you might be stuck with one. I understand, Landstar, you can only have a glider on using your own authority. Huh. Okay, yeah, if you can hook it up to an ELD, yeah, you'll be all right. But Landstar, one thing I can say about Landstar, it's consistent. If you have a huge truck note or you have a bunch of overhead, it is going to be more difficult to make it. Glad to hear the good news. Man, I worked since July 4th. What happened? 'Cause I remember you jumping in with your dad, right? Thank you. How you guys do it. There's only so much I can do to edit. Man, you see these bags under my eyes? That's how I do it. Ooh, somebody's going down the mountain with some Jakes on. I can hear it. And there's no pre-emission trucks rolling it. Oh, there's pre-emission trucks rolling every. Really? But yeah, so I got to baby the truck back home. A person called struggling until I want to change business equipment. Encourage 18 Wheels to make more content. I really enjoy his content. So 18 Wheels is actually really he's occupied right now. He let's just say as of yesterday they had a new addition. That's all I'm going to say. So he is really occupied right now. The past 9 months he's been occupied with some family stuff. And as of yesterday, what happened to the Classic? Some kind of error leak coming from the transmission, and it won't shift 7th, 9th, 11th, and 13th gear. The high gears on the red splitter, on the side splitter. So I'm having a baby in 12th gear. That's the issue, man. Truck I was supposed to jump in has been in the shop getting an injector replaced and waiting on the parts. And his other truck is down also. Really? He's been waiting on an injector that whole time? Yeah, so I changed out the splitter valve. Didn't really work. Plus his mom passed away. Oh, okay. Okay. Milton, West Virginia in the house. Rather be junk. Easy back the other way around. Making getting home easier. But yeah, guys, if it's not one thing, it's always something else. If it's the splitter, it shouldn't be bad to replace the piston that makes the shift. Yeah, we were trying to figure out if it was the piston or not, but I don't know. So my mechanic was saying something about some gaskets that he wants to check out, and plus I'm gonna have him replace the gaskets anyway, just for a peace of mind. So when he gets down there and pops everything open, we'll be able to kind of figure it out. The part about Valet, we have a Peterbilt chassis on lock out of Yuma. Okay, so you don't have to go to Cali. Yeah, I've got that AC blazing. Got to make up for being in a hot truck the next couple of days. At first, I didn't want to spend the money on a hotel, but I mean, hey, you know, it is what it is. Probably looking either for a van or Reefer, and I'm renting spot for at least 6 months, or I can go somewhere else. I'm a new driver. Thanks to insurance. Look out, y'all. We got a celebrity here. There's an AC not working the Classic. So I'm thinking the AC probably has to be recharged again. It's probably leaking Freon somewhere. It works when I'm driving. When I'm driving, she works fine. But as soon as I park, um, it blows. If it blows at all, hot air. So I'm thinking that the AC needs to be recharged. We replace the blower motor, uh, the AC dryer. What else do we do on the truck? I want to check out the blend door actuator. Did I do the AC compressor on that truck? I might have replaced it. I don't remember. 10 for insurance. It's almost renewal time. Call them and get a quote. Takes a few minutes. Takes a few minutes to get a quote. Name on the cab over is Euphoria. If y'all were on that live, you know that was a whole controversy. Brian in the house, what's up? Be a hit up 10-4, just get a quote. Tell them you want the grinding gear special. In order to be profitable at Landstar, you gotta have a cash truck, correct? Not really. It depends on how hard you run. Like y'all see Zeke Dog is coast to coast. He's all over the place. He's got a truck nose, so he has to run differently. It really depends on, you got to get in, you got to get plugged in, you got to network, you got to build those relationships with those agents, you got to do the groundwork, you got to do the research and find those agents who have those good paying loads, who don't always or ever post on the load board. So it's a lot of work. You can make it with a truck. I mean, there's guys over here that buy brand new trucks all the time. No diddy. But yeah, so you can find those loads. It might take some time to get to find them, but there's money over here. You just gotta, you know, um, gotta put in the legwork, figure out what your bottom line is, and all that fun stuff. Recharge it, and it started blowing code again. Yeah, because I had to recharge right when I got the truck, and then sometimes it doesn't even blow air at, like, it blows very minimal air. Period. So, but I have some Freon. I forgot it at home, so I'll get it recharged this weekend. So it's late in the house. Yeah, how things are now, no matter what, you want to get a cash truck for sure. Okay, we got some people gonna be at G-Bats. I will see you guys there. Yeah, bro, I currently do coast to coast. I'm thinking about making a switch to Landstar. You think it'd be profitable living in South Cal? All right, so Landstar abided by that stupid law, that AB5 or whatever that law was, to where if you have a California residency, whatever that whole ordeal is. Roadrunner Naya just bought a brand new T680, purchased a green APU, and leased on the Landstar and started running tour loads for the signal of the weekend. Yeah, and she got plugged in right away. She got plugged right on in. Sounds like it's freezing up when sitting still. You know what? That too. The evaporator core. I'm sorry, evaporator coil. Yeah. So the evaporator. Did we change that or did we clean that? It was something. It was the evaporator coil and there was something else. Going to mimic you and Zeke. Mimic you, bro, and Zeke, dog. Let me see. What was? It was the evaporator coil and there was something else. It was the AC dryer. Oh, the expansion valve. That's what it was. The expansion valve. I think I think we put a new expansion valve in that truck. I think. Oh yeah, expansion valve. Yeah, well, yeah. Kansas tucked away for the night. I'm actually picking up in Decatur, Alabama on Tuesday. There's a Decatur, Illinois. There's a Decatur, Georgia. There's a Decatur, Alabama. Yeah, I wonder if it might be the expansion valve. Oh, Decatur, Tennessee. I didn't know that. Iceman in the house. What's up? What's up? But yeah, so when I get the truck home this weekend, my mechanic and we're gonna go through that sucker and try to tidy everything up. I'm probably gonna have to write a pretty big fat check, but I need to go ahead and get everything situated on that truck so I can continue running her hard. Picked up the big cat equipment here. Hated going through Decatur, Illinois because of the smell ADM put off. How do you like the long nose compared to driving the Pro Star? Oh, I love that truck. Love driving that classic. Love driving. I love everything about that classic. Everything about it. Any updates coming for the FLD? I'm meeting with them on Thursday. I'll be down in Laredo Thursday. Dropping off and picking up. I'll be down there Thursday meeting with them. So I told you guys in the last live, I kind of gave you all this little snippet, that the reason the FLD is taking so long is because Not the owner. The owner is he's fine, but his employees got scooped up by a certain organization. So the employees got scooped up, and yeah. As soon as they took the truck apart, they went through, they fixed the repairs on it, they painted the frame, and as soon as they took the truck apart to get ready to paint her, a certain organization came in there and cleaned up shop. So I like the classic comparisons. I'm surprised the amount of space. Yeah, it's a lot of space. It's a lot of space. So just bad timing. That's all it was. Horrible timing. When are you gonna be jumping on with the secret reefer gang? I was actually talking to my buddy Karan about that earlier today. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Mike, what's up? What's up? I don't know yet. I've been kind of juggling the idea back and forth. What color? Uh, my wife, y'all know she's the one in charge of painting it. Like a sage green color. How does the ride feel? Oh no, all these Freightliners, freight shakers. No, the ride is fine. I need to go through and replace some of the cab bushings here pretty soon. Um, but other than that, she's fine. She rode fine. The shaking might not bother me because I grew up in Freightliners. So, oh, about the shop hiring non-citizens. Gotcha. I misread that. Yeah. Well, that's Laredo. I mean, that's you know what? That's Texas. That's Texas. That's California. That's Arizona. That's New Mexico. That's maybe Florida too. Yeah. We're all excited. But nah, that's like the population is so big in Texas with that. You know, like you don't even look twice. It wasn't until the switch happened to where it became noticeable. You know, AZ is cutting down big time. Yeah, like everybody's cutting down, but up until this past year, it was perfectly fine. Nobody even batted an eye. Like since the beginning of time, like nobody's really bothered them. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I put my FLD in the shop, that's when everybody started to carry. So, but yeah, it is real bad in Texas. Last I've been in Laredo, somebody stole a few off in my tank. And I was working in the oil field. Sounds about right. Shoot, that sounds like Houston too. Good God, man. Houston is bad. That's why we don't even live in Houston anymore. We moved like an hour and a half outside of Houston. It's Houston, Laredo, San Antonio. I've heard that El Paso has gotten bad. Dallas, yeah, Dallas is bad too, actually. A Freightliner Century, okay. That's why people park on their tarps and on their ramps. Yep. They didn't take your air seals. Actually, that reminds me, I gotta buy some more. I need to buy. I keep forgetting to buy some. But yeah, a lot of your major cities in Texas they're getting bad. That's why where we live, population 600 people. Freightliner Century. Ooh, we haven't seen one of those in a minute. Phoenix is bad. If you don't get hit, it'll get stolen. It's been bad. You okay out of Cali? I can lean on because I've seen Landstar trucking in my house close to the Hebrew. I will call him and check. Um, I will call them and see if they're still abiding by that stupid law that was in place. I will call them and see first before you make any decisions, because I know at one point, like every Landstar owner operator, or what we call them BCOs, they had to let them go due to that law. Trying to use it for oil fields. Gonna take a break from OTR. A Century is a good truck because there's a majority of your Centuries and your what are those trucks? Your Centuries and your Columbias, they're beat up and they're being used for the oil field and stuff. Really, Phoenix is getting bad? Goodness. Like 5 FLDs are sitting in a yard full of fairings and parts. US 36 from Nebraska and Iowa. Huh. Good to know. Yeah, Columbias are definitely good for the oil field. Yeah, those trucks have always been known to take a beating. Now, those parts for sale, Josh? Or is it like a scrap yard or just an abandoned property or what? Which Freightliner has the long running boards? I think they all have the option of the running boards. You might be thinking about the Columbia. The Centuries have the round headlights. The Columbias have like they kind of look like the Cascadia headlights somewhat. Oh, the Coronado. Yes, the Coronado does have running boards. Yeah, you're right. The Coronado does. Just riding away in yards. Oh man. Mm. Yeah, the Coronados. They also have the small lights. Yeah, I love those Coronados. Rockingham, North Carolina, in the house. It ain't no 379. And you call yourself a Freightliner guy. Yeah, I completely forgot about the Coronados. Yeah, they're not that common. I love the ones with the square headlights. I like those a lot better than the round ones. 122 SD isn't bad. Next gen Coronado. Those are my two favorite Freightliners, the Classic and the Coronados. Got to see one of the outskirts of Mesa. Crime is starting to go up from people from the city moving out. Yeah, I also like the Freightliner FLC. Like if I get a truck in the future in the next 2 years or so, it's probably I'm gonna find a Freightliner FLC. Those Coronados are still expensive. Those things, especially the gliders, they hold their value. But I want to find a Freightliner FLC, and I do want to eventually get a big bunk cab over too. I want to find a big bunk, the full sleeper, like the one. My favorite cab over guys of all time was Bruce Wilson's blue collar. Everything about that truck I liked. Everything about that truck, the color, the wheelbase, everything about that truck. I like the flat top classics with the step down sleeper. Oh yeah. Buddy and Gilbert telling me they're about to bounce. Yeah, blue collar. Yeah, blue collar was my favorite cab over of all time. Blue collar. I'm trying to think of who else has some nice cab overs. Um, I did like, even though I'm not an international cab over guy, I really did like that white and blue and Tim Gentry had. The one he sold. I got to see it at Mass. Actually, right before I started my YouTube channel. When me, Just Trucking, and Gentry were all at that pilot just outside of Louisville. You know what, Josh? I was going to say them, but I could never pronounce that name, and I wasn't gonna butcher it. But yeah, they have a nice international cab over too. Oh, really? Down to 80 in Utah. Wow. Was it the black and orange one? Ooh, a Freightliner Argosy. I just saw one last week. I mean, those trucks are ugly. Those Freightliner Argosys, they are some ugly trucks, but they're very useful. Yeah, all their trucks are nice, for sure. 72352. Ooh, that's probably because it beat me up the whole way from Cali, Georgia, every summer as a kid. But you don't really see too many decked out Freightliner classes on YouTube. I know the Sanchez, but that's a purple one. Yeah, check out OTR Outlaw. He's here in the chat. He's got one. He's got a yellow one that he's working on. Yes, sir. That family cabovers. Yeah, they got some nice ones. No Gentry, blue and white. Ooh, yes, Malamine. Ooh, yeah, they do have a nice cab over. I've seen that truck a few times actually. There's a Freightliner cab over for sale, 59 in Texas, around the Eden area. Really? Yeah, right now my favorite YouTube truck is Interstate Made Me. I need to hit him up actually. We've been passing each other up back and forth all week. But we haven't been able to stop. Ooh, a Western Star. I actually kind of did. I've been kind of looking at those, but I want one with a Detroit 12.7 in them. I won't get one anytime soon, but I've been kind of keeping my eye open on them. Yeah, Interstate Made Me. Good. Ugh, that truck. He did everything right on that truck. Second favorite. Now I don't like the new Western Stars. I can't stand the new ones, but the old school ones, man. Don't steal my idea. I don't know, so it's late. You can't, according to you, you're not even old enough to get your CDL yet. Big bump. Yep. Now the only thing I don't like about the Western Star is how in the sleeper they had a little roundness to them. I can't. Ugh. Mm-mm. Western Stars and basically with Freightliners, basically. Yeah. So Western Stars are basically your white Freightliners. Like back in the day, back in the 70s and 80s, it was your white Freightliner. They're basically Western Star. I mean, white Freightliner. I mean, well, white. I think at one point they were involved in GMC. I think in Volvo as well. But basically, when they branched off, it was Western Star. I'm now turned 18 in June. Okay, so you can run intrastate. Christopher, what's up? What's up? I guess you have to be fat to appreciate the curves. No, 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 no. See, I like curves in my wife, not in my trucks. Sorry. I more so appreciate the curves in my wife. Old school Mac truck running good. Oh, so yeah, I do like those old school Macs. There's a chance for Orwell to be a nice cab over. Yes. Yeah, if we can get Steve to sit down to work on the trucks. But that man has been busy, but good busy though. Like his authority just became active. And last I heard, while I was in Wisconsin, he was in Texas. That man has been running and he's been making some pretty good money. Some pretty good money. But Steve has been out there busy and he's been handling business. Y'all seen those Volvo trucks? They're ugly. Come on, Rudy. What's your 2 cents on the Volvo? The block getting 4 to 6 miles a gallon. Oh man, with an E7 engine is an awesome truck. Ooh, you're going way back. Are you going to switch into heavy haul? Not anytime soon. Right now, I'm just gonna. I mean, what I'm doing right now, it ain't broken, so ain't no room to fix it. Once we get our debt situated, which by the end of August we will be in a way better place. Really by the end of September, but really August, but really September. But we'll be able to start making some different decisions. But the Detroit's are good, kind of annoying on the Volvo. Otherwise, great. Haven't seen nothing from 18 Wheels. That's because they are congratulating a new member as of yesterday. But he hasn't made that announcement yet, so y'all. So the past 9 months, he's been occupied. And as of yesterday, they have welcomed a new member to their camp. Yeah, all these new smart trucks, I can't stand them. Can't stand them. Drove a Volvo out of California. Nice. Yeah, the Volvos are comfortable. It's growing on you. Really? Oh, you're starting a truck show next year. Really? Good to know. Good to know. Oh, you were in Wisconsin? What was a movie called where the semi truck came to life and became I can't think of the name of that movie, but I know what you're talking about. I've actually never seen the movie, but I know what you're talking about. What is the name of that movie? Somebody's gonna say it in the chat. Dang it! What was the name of that movie? You be willing to take a free Volvo now? Maximum Overdrive. Thank you. I could see the truck. I just couldn't think of the movie. Actually, just recently, a couple of months ago, I was watching Black Dog, old trucker movie. Dr. Google. Ha 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 ha. '08 Volvo with an ISX for like 4 months. Super comfy, handle great. I don't want to say spew anytime I walked away. uh, I went to the mid roof. I mean, the International. I'm not sure about Mac, the new Macs, but Volvos and Internationals. I've never driven a Volvo. I've sat in one. I've never driven a Volvo, but I can vouch for International. Those are really comfortable trucks. Parts are definitely a problem with Volvos for sure. And with International, sorry, Brad, those parts are expensive. Golly, man. The trucks are not really bad on pricing, but the price of the parts, man, those things are expensive. White Line Fever, Convoy Maximum Overdrive. Of course, Smokey and the Bandit. The Orange Pebbles, KW Pete's, and Freightliner. I only drove a 15 when I got my license. It wasn't bad. You ain't telling me anything I don't already know. Good God, man. International parts are expensive. Golly. Even brake drums were twice as expensive as your typical. Was it brake drums or brake chambers? No, I think it was the drums. The drums were way more expensive because it was a specific kind of drum the truck needed on my Pro Star. Stillman documentary. Oh man, James Pretty bought a new house. Really? I love the movie for Trans AM. Not the truck. My stepdad has a '78. Yeah, that Trans Am was badass, man. I'm not gonna lie. That was a nice car. Like now I'm watching the movie. I see that I had no business watching that movie at 6, 7, 8 years old. I've never driven a Landstar before. How was the drive? It was a really comfortable truck. I do give it that. It gave you the comfort of of like a Cascadia or your T680 or your ProStar. It gave you that kind of comfort, but it also kind of gave you like somewhat of the experience of a long nose truck. It was a happy medium. It was a real happy medium. Death pump died. Custom company I drove for $3,000 to replace. Yep, sounds about right. That's why I don't do death trucks. '07 International. You'll see one. My buddy Richard, Trucking with Rich. Go check out his channel. Trucking with Rich. If he's, I don't know if he's in the chat, but he's got actually him and my buddy FJC Trucking. They both have internationals. I think one of them has a 9400 and the other one has a 9900i. Business watching most of what we did, like a 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're right. We ain't had no business watching half of that stuff. I'm starting to see a lot more of them on the road. And I'm pretty sure I saw your old Lone Star yesterday. Really? Was it with Landstar? Are you getting a DTU on your 83? That's actually not a bad idea. It's actually not a bad idea. Yep, White International. Yep. Yeah, we just linked up Thursday. Was it Thursday? No, Wednesday. Well, technically it was Thursday morning, like at 5 a.m. We linked up. So video coming out on that. DTU is detachable towing unit. It's like the little tow hook thingamajig that you see on the back of trucks where you hook it up to the fifth wheel. Troy Matthew put one on, what's my favorite truck that he has? Dust in the Wind. Ooh, if y'all watch Troy Massey, if you got that man on TikTok, I think he sold Dust in the Wind, as my buddy Karan was telling me. I didn't even know he sold it, or he's selling a lot of stuff actually. He was telling me. But yeah, Troy Massey, Dust in the Wind. That is my favorite truck in his fleet. Good God, man. He sold it to the guy, to Dustin's family. Okay, yeah, that's what he told me. Yeah, I'm pulling a van, and I know yours was modified. Liquid dies. Did it have the? How do you know it was my truck? Louisiana in the house. Get the old geezer to haul away the newbies. I know. Yep, exactly. The 379X. Yeah, I saw that truck at the Houston Truck Show a couple of years ago. That's a nice truck. That is a nice truck. It's simple, and that's what I like about it. Sorry for Michael. Good God, man. Oof. Yeah, I hate. Yeah, Louisiana. Y'all have the. And you know what? I wanted a 22-inch bumper for that truck. When the one Four State gave me, I wanted a 22-inch. But because of Louisiana, I told him no, just give me a 20-inch. Do I run into Zeke Dog? Nah, last time I ran into Zeke Dog, I was in the Pro Star, and I was running step deck. That's the last time I ran into him on the road. Now, I do see him at Max at the Mid America Truck Show all the time, but the last time I ran into him on the road was what? Was when I was pulling that step deck from 1960s. Wasn't joking about putting a DTU on both seats. He was gonna put a DTU on both seats. Please don't. Now both Cephas and Wild Child, those two trucks, that is way too much red for me. I am sorry. Zeke Dog loves his vacations. He sure does. He's probably on vacation right now as we speak. Back Lone says pulling Landstar, who doesn't use government juice. A friend of mine that went to a junkyard. Oh, okay, junkyard dog at one of the ports. And I can't wait to him with my friend and start a YouTube channel. Actually, I saw Junkyard Dog. I should have caught it on on the time lapse. I should have paused it so y'all could see it. But I had passed by him the last time I was coming down from Atlanta. I was on I-65 on my way down to Mobile. I was going southbound. He was going up northbound. And I seen his truck. And I was like, that can't be. So I called him. I was like, hey, was that you? He's like, yeah. He said, I saw the blue Classic. I was wondering if that was you. And then we talked for like a good 2 hours or so. Just trucking one day, driving through the Atlanta area. It's just that he's busy, I'm busy. And usually when we're on the road, you know, uh, the first thing that comes to that, our priority is just making money. If we just so happen to meet up, like when I saw Junkyard Dog on the road that day, I saw him, he saw me. We just called each other on the phone and kept it moving. I was trying to get some miles in and make some money. He was trying to get some miles in and make some money. Slime Pack, I have not linked up with her. He deserves it. Similar to the Landstar, kind of the same idea. Pretty sure Zeke Dog's profession is vacation and his hobby is trucking. Pretty much. That sounds about right. Zeke Dog is going on vacation August 28th weekend. Yeah, he was trying to get me to go on a cruise or something with him. I think he's doing some kind of Zeke Dog cruise or something. It was something about a cruise that weekend, which it would have been nice because our anniversary is the 20th of August. And my wife's birthday is September 6th. And so it would have been right between her birthday and she's been wanting to go on a cruise. So it would have been perfect. But right now, we're just trying to get some debt taken care of. And that's right when we have the last of our little debt paid off. So put your bike behind the plan for a long time. Like Nick, is it Weber? Nick Weber? I love that W9 that he's got. That cream color W9. That's the color I would paint the cab over, like that color. Valet was going to allow me to haul a load in my bike so I can go. Really? Mm. That's right, Josh. Claim it. Make it up. Make it work. That's too long. I saw him and said, no, it's too long of a wheelbase for you. I do not want to go back to work tomorrow. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? You're on a Classic XL with a drive-in, call 10-4, hook me up with some insurance. And they'll do that too. I think, did it work out? I don't remember. Did it work out with your dad trying to get insurance through? My Little Pony, I've seen his channel. I haven't really watched it. I watched like a few episodes when he was doing a Taylor Swift a deal, but I haven't really like sat down and like watched his channel. Oh, you're the Lafayette. Okay. Yeah, our church is out of Lafayette. Philadelphia Christian Church, Pastor Omar. That's the church that we're affiliated with. I put my sideways, not lengthwise. 300 wheelbase. Some other places I go in. Yeah, I've thought about stretching the truck, but some of the places I go into ain't gonna happen. They don't cover reefer. Gotcha. Stop by Gas Monkey Garage. I've heard the name, but I really don't know what that is. Christopher, I don't know. I've just look up Road Dog on Google. He has a few flyers on it. I gotta look it up and see. I forgot the channel. I think it's 146 or 147, something like that. I need to memorize it. Used to see Volvo 680 struggle there. Really, Volvos were struggling there? Yeah, I've thought about stretching probably like some of the trucks, but the FLD or whatever, not with some of the places I go into. Especially where they put these docks in dumb positions to where I gotta get in there sideways, unhook and hook back up and all that stuff. It don't make no sense. Blindsiding out of the road because we're too long. Yeah, then blindsiding is hard enough in some of these places. Stretch does bring new headaches for sure. I wonder what this new top fans thing means. Let's see. Okay, rolling with Rudy. Rolling with Rudy. We got Josh. What does this mean? I don't even know how it. I'm a PC trucker. Gotcha. What kind of truck are you running on your PC? The interstate may mean the LR3, T2, boy, in certain places ridiculous. Yeah, those guys, especially blindsided. Good God, man. T2, I sometimes see his blindsiding videos on TikTok. And man, running cabos out of Chino because some places they went. Yeah. If I could lease on my cab over with Landstar, I would, but it's not EOD capable, so they were smart and have the axle dump. Yep. We ever drive all the way to California? I can't. Oh, yeah, 392. Wow, nice. I can't in my truck because it's not. It doesn't have the depth system and all the emissions and all that stuff on there. And with Landstar, you got to do a whole carb deal to get your truck even approved to go to Cali. It's dumb. The only thing about Cali is the speed limit. Ooh, yes. What is it? 55 in Cali? Screw Cali, man. They don't check that. Landstar is more uh, tedious about the carb stuff than Cali is. It seems like. Carl, what's up? Long time no see. It's a nice truck in your thumbnail there. Landstar never gave me any problems. Is your truck? Did he do the whole the carb deal with Landstar? Carl, we talked last week. Carl, you're gonna have to remind me. I have horrible memory. Remind me. I've been working overtime this week. Really? Sign says 55. No one runs 55. We ran. Yeah, I've actually ran into a lot of you guys this past week, and I've actually gotten y'all. I've gotten a lot of emails from you guys just having questions and stuff. So I don't mind it at all. I've always loved helping, extending a hand. Oh, duh. Yeah. Okay. He has great memory. Huh? Yeah, she's trying to rat me out, guys. Yeah, matter of fact. Can't afford a speeding ticket? Who are you telling? Most Cali DOT officers I talk to say it's done, so as long as you're not being aggressive, you're usually good to go. I wouldn't take no chances. Y'all got me beat. I've got a clean record, and I ain't jeopardizing it. But nah, guys, I like literally this past week, I probably had about 10, maybe 15 emails, and a lot of guys are considering Landstar. Somebody emailed me about needing help with dispatching, or wanting to learn how to dispatch. I've gotten a few emails about dispatching clients. Um, I'm seeing quite a few of you on the road this past week, and a lot of you guys have been asking me about Landstar. So I've just been bombarded this past week with people asking about Landstar, and so it just all kind of gets jumbled up. But yeah, I got a perfect driving. Do I have a perfect driving record? Well, other than that stupid ticket for the faded license plate when that DOT got me, but other than that, I ain't got nothing on my record. Progress report on the FLD. I will be down there Thursday to check on it. I was explaining earlier that the reason it's taking so long is that not the owner, but his employees all got scooped up by a certain organization. So they're trying to get all that situated. Because FSC is on the road. I just checked out my buddy's new truck just 2 weeks ago and got to sit inside of it. What kind of truck? Hey. Yeah, I'm on the road. There's Mr. Robert, guys. So actually, Mr. Robert, old girl is giving me some issues. So the 7th, 9th, 11th, basically all your gears on the red splitter have gone kaput. So what's going on is that there's an air leak going on when I go into the red splitter. So I can only get up to 12th gear. So I can only get up to 12th gear. So the air is leaking from the splitter valve. So I changed out the splitter valve. Y'all kind of sort of see that in the video. I didn't really get too much footage of it because I was just in the moment trying to get it situated. But I was on the side of the road. I changed out the splitter valve. Thankfully, the dealer had it, and then a line popped, and I had to replace one of the lines on there. It's a lot. Y'all have to see it on the video. But got all that situated, and it didn't fix the problem. So there's something going on internal on the transmission that's shooting the air out of the splitter valve. So I took it to a TA shop. They looked at it just to make sure I installed the splitter valve on there correctly. And they looked at it like, yeah, it was just missing a gasket. I guess the kit that I bought didn't have a gasket on, or it was missing a gasket. So they were able to make a gasket, put it on there, but it didn't fix the initial problem. So, all right, Rudy, we'll get with you. Okay, Justin, I'll check it out. But King's Vessel in the house. But yeah, so the truck, it won't go into 7th, 9th, 11th, or 13th gear. I have to get those RPMs up and shift it almost like a 10 speed. Oh, it's a Kenworth, and the front bumper sits about a foot off the ground. Wow. Just go underneath the truck and you see where running back into the transmission. Yeah, so we're thinking it's an internal. There's like a bezel that sits on the other side of the splitter valve. So we're gonna get that checked out. And then my mechanic was saying that he wants to go through and replace all the gaskets. So we got New Mexico in the house. So yeah, I'm a baby at home this next week, and I have a Broadway show load I'm doing tomorrow, and so we'll get all situated. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's breaking up pretty bad. I think you're probably in the bad. Oh, there it goes. We can hear you. Okay, it's just breaking up pretty bad. Oh, there. Well, that's better. Oh, it's just yeah. I think you're in the bad part of the house.
It's supposed to be better over here.
Okay, I think that's better. Okay.
Deal with me multitasking.
Okay, I think that's better. Oh, it's the original transmission. Okay. Well, it's an air leak, so it's not like it's gear related. It's an air leak, so it's probably something gasket related. So I'm we'll get it situated this next weekend. We'll see how much this is going to run us. Which the splitter valve was only $125.
Let me know if you guys can still hear me.
What was it, towels? JB Weld High. Yeah, I know, right?
Like towel day.
Brad said you're still lagging. I don't know. It's working okay on my end. Is it lagging on your end too?
You guys can have a good time.
It's lagging for y'all, really? Okay. All right, I appreciate it. It's not getting enough air. Something simple. Don't stress yourself out. I had the issue when I bought mine. So the line speed 13 is missing one of the airlines. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think it'll be bad. It's just getting it home with only 12 gears. So if y'all if y'all see a slow Freightliner, a blue Freightliner Classic in the right lane, uh, going about 55 miles an hour, is me. I don't want to get it fixed out here on the road for somebody to try to take advantage of my desperation, or for someone to, or we can't find the parts, and then all that kind of stuff. You know, it is. Is it gearing that high? Oh no, she'll gear up in 12th gear. She'll get up to about 62 miles an hour. I mean, the RPMs are going to be at about 1,500, 1,600 RPMs. But I'm not trying to run it that high. So, but at a 55 miles an hour, she'll be at about 1,400 RPMs. Yeah. Yep, I'll be right there with Prime Ink, and what's the other company? The company out of Fort Worth. It's Raider something. Yep, I'll be right there with Prime. Yeah, Raider Express. There you go. And there's another company that's slow. There's a Prime, Raider Express. Yeah, TMC is slow too. Werner, they're usually at about 65. But when I was at KLLM with Frozen Food Express, FFE, whatever you want to call it, at 1300 RPM, I'm doing 72 in 10th gear. Really? Golly. TMC and Werner with yeah, they're gonna blow my doors off. 9 miles to the gallon. Wow. That red company out of Cali. Saw a box for a couple of days ago. Limited 57. Good God, man. Driving business. CR England is slow too. Creed is 68. What was the other company? It was Raider Express. I could always pass. Prime. I could have sworn it was a different company because at FFE we were governed at 65. But Prime and Raider Express, I could always pass them up. No questions asked. Knight is at 65. Martin is 65. Werner is 65. Dang, it wasn't Western Express. I could have sworn it was another company. Maybe I'm tripping. Can you build a shop behind your house? We thought about that, but we don't know if that's going to be our forever home now. The idea of like 10 plus acres has been kind of bouncing around the house. So saw Walmart doing 71. Yeah, I was somewhere the other day. Prime Truck was doing like 70, and I'm like, huh, okay. Oh, what's the name of the company that runs the Prime trailers? They have a brown color logo. It's a brown and yellow logo, and they run Prime trailers sometimes. What's the name of that company? I know y'all know. Trans Am Wilson. Thank you. Yes, Wilson. I think is also at 62. So Prime claims to be at 65, but I think due to the super singles and them changing some of the wheel size of the truck, they're really doing about 62. Now FFE was 62 on the throttle and 65 on cruise control. And they had a feature to where if you double tap on the accelerator, you can go 70. It was called like a passing feature. To if you double tapped on the pedal, you could do 70 for like 30 minutes twice a day. Pass Smart. Yep, that's it. Thank you, so Slater. Just about to get them. Warner at 65, RST. Okay, I'm caught up. Yep, Pass Smart. I forgot all about that Pass Smart. And sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. Now it was 63 pedals, 65 cruise, 67. Yep, we were 70. The difference between cruise speed and pedal speed. Yeah, that's why actually Rudy logged off of here. He was asking me just the difference between being an owner operator and being a company driver. And I'm like, the freedom. That's pretty much the only difference. Running that slow will let me sleep. I'm at 72 all day. Now, when I was with Cardinal Logistics, we were at 70. But we were the only terminal. I think it was only the terminal I was at out of Bryan College Station and the terminal out of Dallas. We were the only two terminals who were governed at 70. And it's because we lived in Texas. We're a lot more wide open. Yeah, they slam on the brakes for no reason. I can't stand it. Yeah, the adaptive cruise control. Why is it hard for reefer and flatbed carriers to get loads out of New Mexico? So you have to look at region. Like for instance, when it comes to reefer, a lot of your loads are going to be like produce. So produce comes out of California, Amarillo, Texas, Florida, like your northwestern states, like Idaho, you know, like as potatoes and stuff like that. So it's all regional. And then flatbed is more of like your industrial kind of stuff, like your warehouse, not your warehouse, but like your building materials. So you're going to want to go to cities. Yeah, Yuma is one of them. So you're going to want to go to cities that has that freight. So like for instance, when it comes to trucking period, a majority of your freight is going to come from cities that either have a port, a border that's big in warehousing, like Dallas, Texas is, a railroad, industrial cities, plant cities, cities that have plants, like Houston is a big plant city, you know, like your cities in Illinois, like your oil plants and all that kind of stuff. You know, trucking is big in those kind of cities to where freight can go in and out. So be like your ports, your borders, warehousing, industrial, plants, railroad. Those are always your cities you can find freight going in and out of. In a big city like Houston that has a majority of those things, Houston is good for that. So we have the port. We also have but the freight in Houston is not always paying the best though. But as far as consistency, finding freight going in and out of those type cities. Like Atlanta's pretty decent in warehousing, but usually they don't have any kind of production going on, like any manufacturing in Atlanta. So it's hard to get out of Atlanta, but it's easy to get into Atlanta. But the reason they have warehousing in Atlanta is for staging purposes, not for production or manufacturing. Yeah, because Houston isn't, well, yeah, Houston is just up and down. It's so unpredictable. It's hard to get out of Florida. Yeah, unless you're a reefer. If you're a reefer, you can get out of Florida. If you're anything else, it's going to be difficult. From Purdue Farms, and they run top notch. Where are they out of? Yeah, Florida's trash all the way around. Seven manufacturers that do both reefer and flatbed loads going out. Yeah, but it's not really known for that. I mean, you can find freight coming out of New Mexico for sure, but it's not always going to pay the best just due to just the region. And it's the same thing with like Salt Lake City, Denver, like Seattle, you know, states like that. Now, if you're staying in that area, the freight is good. If you're just doing like Denver to Salt Lake City to Seattle back down to Denver, if you're doing that, you're going to be doing pretty good. But the second you want to get out of that region, Your loads are going to be super, super, super heavy at 40 to 44,000 pounds in a dry van. And, like specialized, like hazmat or something like that, Yeah, Jersey is a good area for sure. You have a lot of trucks and low loads, it brings rates down. Yep. Salisbury, Maryland. There's a port there, isn't there? Salisbury, is that right outside of Baltimore? Yeah, that's a hard region to be in. Ooh, yeah, Jersey is not my favorite. Yeah, Jersey, that whole Northeast, y'all know. But when I get the classic and we get the new stacks and stuff on it and all that kind of stuff, I am going to book a load out there to Mr. Roberts so he can check it out. So for those of you who like the bumper on the new truck, all right, OTR Ally, be safe out there. For those of you who like the new bumper on the truck, Mr. Robert is the one who chose the bumper. And I'm glad he chose that one too, because that was the one I wanted. But I hit him up. I was like, hey, this is what's going on with Four State. Let's have you choose everything on the truck. And when he chose that bumper, I was like, yes. Yeah, he did his thing on that bumper. That is a nice bumper. Yeah, big shout out to Four State for the bumper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Four State has been great. They have been great to us. I was actually texting one of the guys yesterday. You're trying to get our VIP passes ready for the truck show. And he was like, how many kids do you have? I'm trying to get the VIP passes situated. I said, you have 2 kids, right? I said, nah. I said, double that. Double that. Ah, the chocolate loaves coming out of Vermont. Yep. Vermont and Hershey, Pennsylvania. There was somewhere else we had chocolate loaves coming out of too. All right, Christopher, be safe out there. Yep, with one more in progress. H-Walk, what's up? Nope, we ain't having no more kids, y'all, unless the good Lord says so. Nope. We ain't doing no more kids. We are done. 4 and no more. I'm still trying to get my shirt printed up. Nah. Nope. We're done. We are finished. Unless, like, it'll have to be an active, like Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. Other than that, nope. Mm-mm. Will do, Christopher. Will do. 5 was a lot. Trust me. Yeah. See, Josh got it. Josh, I'll let you have that dub. Yeah. Even when I sent him the ages, he's like, "Well, how old are they?" I said 6, 5, 4, and 2, and I could feel the judgment while he was reading that text message. I was like, "Dang, you really have them back to back to back." 6-year-old, 5-year-old, 4-year-old, and 2-year-old. My dad was the oldest of 21. Golly. Paycheck is gone already. The back to school stuff. My kid's going back Thursday. Yikes. Happy little accidents. Another trucker buddy of mine about to have his 10th child based in Salisbury. Oh, okay. And processing plants all over the country. Gotcha. 21. I think you told me that. Well, they were all the same parents, right? Same mama, same dad. 21. Golly, man. Oof, I can't even imagine. $21. Oof. Oof. Goodness. If it was your dad, this is back what, like in the early 1900s or so? Same parents. Oof. Man. Was it some cold winters? Woo. Golly. 21. Man, they didn't have TV or nothing. Oof. How old was the oldest one when the youngest one was born? Yeah, for growing up, it was 7 of us. I was the second oldest of 7. Same 2 parents, 5 girls and 2 boys. Took up 10% of SNAP benefits. Oh man, this was before man. 5 working on the 6th. See, y'all are the real MVPs. 21. My great grandmother, it was 12 of it. It was no shit. My great grandmother had 12. Yeah, no TV or radio. That's what, man. Ain't nothing to do with work in the kitchen. Shoot, work in the bedroom too. Golly. It reminds me of DC Young Flash's daddy was 66 years old when he had him. Oh man. I did see that. I don't really watch DC Young Fly like that, but I did see that. It must have been fit. Best exercise. 10 wine open, 85 all the way. Must be nice. I would be right there with you if I can get past 12 gear. Ooh, wee. 21. My mom is 10 of 11. Dad was 3 out of 10. Big families are a blessing. Oh, yeah. Now, you know what? If it was up to my wife, we would have more kids. She probably wants like 8, 7 or 8. She started in 31, ended in 61. Oh, man. How old was she with the first one? Golly. Yeah, how old was she with the first one? Even if she was 15, that's still 45 on the last one. Okay, yeah, 15. Okay. So about she was done at 45. I'm trying to put myself in that situation. I don't even 21 kids. Like they didn't, like I'm thinking they didn't stop after 5. They didn't stop after 10. They didn't stop after 15. They didn't stop after 20. At 21. Like, I'm approaching 5, and I'm like, But my wife, like, she if it was up to her, Like, she'd have a lot more. FLD, who's going to be driving it? Really nobody. It's just going to be a YouTube truck. It's going to be a backup to the FLD, to the Classic. It's going to be a backup to the Classic. So if anything happens to the Classic, I can just jump right in the FLD and keep it moving. Oh man, I'm stuck on 21, y'all. That is, man, that poor woman. 21. Well, at least we know he wasn't messing around. What's next on the FLD? I'm going down there Thursday to meet with the guys. So we'll kind of go from there. Right now it's just getting her situated, getting her painted and everything, the interior, getting that done on it. And I don't know yet. I'm still kind of up in the air about it. Yeah, imagine living in those hormones that long, man. Let's say 10 months for each at 21 kids. So that's 210 months pregnant. You break that down to years. My stomach hurt to feel for that woman. I know, right? Like, is there even that much sperm in the world? Next time I see you, I'll show you a list of the kids' dads, brothers, and sisters. Yes, please. Y'all, do they have like a family portrait with everybody? With all the 21 kids together? Golly, man. Like, is there even that much sperm? Like, there is no way. 21 kids? Mm-mm. Yeah. Not enough room. Man. This old man didn't use it like facts. Facts. Yeah. The quality of food was a lot better back then. Yeah, a mini plantation. Woo! Yeah, yeah. Christmas. Man, that was a whole mortgage and a half. Mm. So, Mr. Robert, you weren't trying to have no 21 kids? I'm sorry, 22 kids. You weren't trying to beat them out? You got to break the family record. Christmas was good if you ate, I guess. Man, imagine family gatherings, like a Sunday meal. Golly, man, how much food you'd have to make. Heck no. Oh man. Oh man, 21 kids. That poor woman, man. Mm. Wow. Like I said, the food was different back then. People actually took care of themselves, physically. Worked out, exercised, ate better. And as a male, I'm just thinking about the stamina from a male's perspective. Like, good God, man. Oof. Mm. They lived on the farm, free help. Okay, let me ask this. Well, I mean, on her side, it doesn't matter. But were any of them twins? Were any of them twins? Or was it just 21 individual? Please say like half of them were twins. No twins? Oh. I know bullies hate to see that family coming. Who are you telling? No twins. Okay, were any of them C-sections? Like cesarean sections? Well, then again, back then, well, no, they had cesareans back then. Probably in our later years of childbirth. Yeah, probably in our later years they had C-sections. I don't think they had C-sections back then. Probably born all at home. Yeah, probably had a midwife or something, or what they call like the what do you call them, like the tub births or the bath births. You probably had like a midwife. Actually, guys, fun fact: I was born at home. I was born at home. Out of all my siblings, I was born at home. Had a midwife and everything. I was born at the house. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 5 is. Oof. So when the youngest one was born, the oldest one was 30. We get looks when we go out in public and we have 4 kids. We get looks. Yes, please send me that. I need that. That man. That's because they're jealous. Yeah, maybe so. We say we have 4 kids. Oh wow, y'all do anything else? Imagine saying I got 21 kids. I'm gonna start saying that. You got 4 kids? I know somebody with 21. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a lot with us. It was 7 of us growing up. Yeah, man. Yeah, there ain't no way. You literally have to have a school bus because we barely fit in my dad's Ford Excursion. Actually, we didn't even fit in the Excursion. 2 of them had to share a seat. Even the Excursion was my dad eventually like years later bought a Ford Transit. We all fit in the Ford Transit, but not in the Excursion like legally. Yep, 5 kids plus us rolling to a restaurant. And I always ask if they're all hours. Yep. Mhm. And like I said, if it was up to my wife, we'd have twice as many kids. We'd have 6, 7, 8 kids. But I'm sorry. They used to just ride in the back of the old pickup. That's how we used to ride in my dad's Dodge Ram. It was me and maybe one other sibling. We used to ride back there in the back of the pickup. Yep. That's how it used to be. I always ask, are you supporting them? No, mind your business. Yep. Yep. But all right, y'all, let me get off of here. Let me go and call the wife before I turn in. It's 9:47 where I'm at. And try to get some sleep, get ready for the morning. $69 kids? Yeah, right. There's no way. Unless they were like quintuplets, tuplets, whatever the word is. And Travis, what's up? Kyle, what's going on? What's going on? 69 kids, huh? What a number, huh? Yep, content coming. I put a lot of work into the video that dropped yesterday. See, if y'all haven't watched that video, y'all better go watch it. All those camera angles and the syncing and all. Yeah, y'all better watch yesterday's video if y'all haven't seen it. That took me 3 hours to edit that video. I was up late working on that one. I kept procrastinating. I did not want to sit there and edit the video. I was like, nope, the people deserve it. Maybe I'll get some out this 34. You better. We're waiting on it. Tim, what's up? What's up? Sorry, I'm trying to open this Gatorade with one hand. Nope, can't get it. Looking in right now between 1725 and 1665 mile 89. Really? See, when I get off, I'm going to go check it out. Yeah, go right on ahead. But all right, y'all, let me get off of here so I can get ready for bed. Get ready for this work week. So I can travel in 12th gear this whole next week. But thankfully, my run for tomorrow, I'm about an hour away from my pickup. I'm doing a Broadway show load tomorrow. So I haven't done those in a while, so I'm pretty excited about that. So got a Broadway show load, and it's a short run, but it paid really good. So I'm gonna go and do that. Watch that boost and exhaust temps. Yep. Yeah, I'm keeping the boost. No, I don't go more than 30 on the boost. So no more than 30 pounds. Monday. Actually, I might go live tomorrow. No. I'll be picking up the tour load tomorrow. So anyway, I'll check in with you guys on the next video.